Hello everybody, I am Ben and welcome to Vinci Algo, where we have a mission. We want to make algorithmic trading simple and accessible for everybody. We're going to bridge the gap between individual traders and institutional traders and level out the playing field. And I'm really excited today to be able to give you a demonstration of some of the technology that we've been working on. I'm going to build a simple strategy based on moving averages and adding a stop loss, and then we're going to backtest it so you can get a feel for what we've built within our journey. So let's dive in. Here we go. This is our website. As you log into the platform, this is the dashboard that you will come to. You can see here from the start, I've got accounts set up here with Binance and Bybit. We can trade on any asset class. We can trade equities, bonds, foreign exchanges, but for the sake of this test, I'm going to be performing with Bitcoin on the digital asset market. So we're going to be doing it with moving averages. So for those of you that don't know, moving averages are the average price over a period of time. So you can see from this chart here, we've got the average for every 20 days and every 200 days represented by these lines. So essentially the strategy is going to be buying and selling whenever these moving average lines cross over each other. The larger one is going to be the smoother, flatter line, obviously because there's more data points that it's taking an average of, and the blue line is going to be the shorter date. There's only 20 days in that one. So essentially what we're saying is that we're going to buy when the blue line crosses the red line, and we're going to sell when it crosses back over again in the other direction. So if I go to my scenario builder, we're first going to give it a name. We're going to say demo moving average for 20 and 200 days. We're going to put in a description that says moving average BTC, and I'll do it on my Binance account and call it 20 days, 200 days, and we're going to add in a stop loss, so with a 5% 1 hour stop loss. So if the price drops 5% within an hour, it will sell. Owner's fee, we're going to have a live marketplace within our platform, so if you build a strategy and you want to put it into the marketplace and start renting it out to other users to earn a subscription fee, earn additional passive income off the trading community, then this is where you'd set your level of fees. And the warm-up is when you put your strategy live, it will look at the back data, but look at data leading up to when your strategy was live. So if you've got indicators within your strategy that take 5, 10, 15 days of data to factor into the calculations, then you can specify that within the warm-up period here. And I'm going to set to trade on my Binance account. So this is our scenario builder. It's a really simple to use drag and drop block builder. So for every block I want to double click, and I'm going to select Binance, and I'm going to pick my Bitcoin to US dollar tether pairing, and we were looking at the daily chart. So you can see here I've got the option to choose the interval. I can choose whether we're going off the minute data, 5-minute data, 15-minute, hourly, daily. So there's a variety of different data points you can use, and for the output we can also choose between the closing price, the high price, the low price, the opening price. So this is looking, when you think about the candlestick chart, the opening price is going to be at the start of the candle, and the closing price is going to be at the end, and the high and low are going to be the wicks of the candle at the top and the bottom. So if I look at our daily chart, we're then going to pick our moving average. We're going to go for EMA, exponential moving average. And if I double click on the block, I can see the other parameters within the block. So we're going to pick 20 days. and 200 days. And it's simple as dragging the output from one into the other. So we want to compare which one is going to be bigger or smaller. So I'm going to pick a more than sign here. And quite simply I'm going to say when the smaller average moves above the larger average, we want to generate a buy order. And what are we going to buy? We need to specify with a clamp. So if I open up the clamp, you can see here I can set the minimum and maximum values. I'm just going to set 30 for this, and you'll see why in a second. If I open up the buy block, so you can see here the order type, I can select either a limit order or a market order. So if I want to buy at the price that's available, I'm going to select the market. If I want to put a specific price parameter, I can select limit order. For the sake of this, we're going to go with market. And I can choose to input as a percentage or not. So if I was to choose as a percentage, then this 30 value here, it's going to buy 30% of the value of what's in my account. If I was to turn it off, it's just going to buy 30 units. So in this case, 30 bitcoins, which is more money than I have. So we're going to go back to 30% of the value of the account by selecting to percentage. And we're going to connect up these blocks. And that's it. That's how you set your buy parameter. So we want to sell when the moving average crosses back over. So we're going to add in some more blocks. Again on the closing data. And we're going to replicate as above. Now if I wanted to, I could just create another less than and use the same outputs here. However, for simplicity, we're going to separate it out. And the reason why you might want to separate is because it's easier to look at on screen, it's easier to follow if you're trying to problem solve if anything's gone wrong with your strategy, or if you want to add in other indicators, then you can easily add them into the different parts of your algorithm. So we've got over 100 indicators in here. Whatever you wanted to use in here, if you wanted to add in Bollinger Bands, or if you wanted to add any kind of relative strength index or unbalanced volume, we've got over 100 different indicators here that you can use to integrate into your strategy. So we're going to set this one to go the other way when the average crosses back over from the 20 part and 200 part. And because this is a sell order, instead of selling 30% of the value again, we're going to sell 100% of the value. We're going to set that as a market order and as a percentage. So that is the strategy. That's taken me all of a few minutes just to build that very simple strategy. That's just how easy this platform can be to use. We're not going to stop there though. We're going to add in a stop loss so that you can see that too. So rather than looking at the daily chart, I'm going to look for shorter price movements, which might be indicative of the market falling or crashing. And we're going to specify whether the price in the 1 hour period has fallen below 5%. So -5, And again, it's going to be a simple comparison block. So the difference in the last signal is more than -5. And we will also sell 100%. Again, we're going to set that to market and true. And that's my stop loss. So now that we've done that, we're going to save it and we're going to test it. So if I come back to my scenario list, it's as simple as specifying the date. So let's run it from the 1st of January this year to the end of January. Let's have a look at 1 month period. What would have happened? Or the end of Q1, let's say. We're going to start with a starting balance of 0 bitcoins and 10,000 tether, because this is the pairing that we've included within the strategy. This is what populates here, and simply run the backtest. Those that like to do various methodologies for your backtesting, you can retest, amend, and rerun as many times as you want. And while that's running, let's go and have a look at an example of the output of the testing. So when the test is finished, you'll see here in a chart view where the strategy bought, where the strategy sold during the period. You've got a few metrics up here, what your starting balance was, what your end balance was, the number of trades, the winning probability. We're working on a few more risk metrics to put in here and some output that's really going to provide value. And you can see down here at the bottom the actual trades themselves, what happened, whether it bought, whether it sold, what price, whether it was profitable or not. And if I come back to the actions, if you really want to look under the hood and find out what happened on a signal by signal basis, you can see the output of the individual blocks within the platform itself. We call it debugging, but we'll go into that in a separate video. So there you have it. This is what we've been working on. This hopefully is going to be really simple for you guys to use. It's going to change the way that people operate in this market. We really want to bridge the gap between individual traders and institutional traders, and give people a platform that they can really easily interact with and understand, particularly with the marketplace. Give people an opportunity to dip their toe in the water, to subscribe to strategies that other people have built. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully that's been helpful and insightful. I'm really excited to be bringing this product to you very soon. Interested to hear thoughts, comments, feedback. Leave them in the comments below, and hopefully see you very soon.